If you desire power for no reason other than to have power, you don't deserve to have it. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more X. It's been a while. I'm going to be a little bit more quiet, mainly because I'm kind of sick, not gonna lie. It is one of those times, once again, but I cannot stop the next episode of To Be Hero X from coming out. In other words, we are here to watch episode 12. Now previously, we finally met Queen, 100% the best character. Not even a question. It's actually very unlikely that we're gonna have any character become better than Queen is. Now maybe that X guy, maybe, but unlikely, very unlikely. Queen definitely has that aura, that badassery. We met a couple of other characters as well, but I don't really know how important those characters will be. I think most likely this episode is where we're gonna really go into Queen's, I don't even want to say origin story because we've kind of already seen that, so I'm not sure what her story is going to be yet, so I guess we'll find out. Regardless, let us just get into episode 12 of To Be Hero X. They fought. Queen lost, apparently. X. I was told that... So last episode, they fought, Queen and X, they fought, right? And she lost, instantly. And I said that something must have happened. And a lot of people immediately mentioned to me that he has an ability to turn the cameras off as well, somehow, right? So no one really knows what happened. But that in itself, the fact that he was able to turn the cameras off, that in itself is something happening, right? The problem was that in the previous episode, we only saw, the camera cut to Queen, opening her eyes and then realizing that she lost, right? So we didn't actually see what happened from the camera perspective. It would have been interesting if we had seen that they were about to fight and then the cameras turned off or something, right? Or I don't know. There must have been some sort of indication that X guy was gonna do something. But who knows? Ah yes, doom scrolling. It's just not a good idea.
Everyone knows DOS's Lucky Star, but where did her luck come from? Fans have turned on Lucky Cyan after her unsavory past was
Queen did say that Cyan's song, she heard her song when she needed it the most.
And the singer who once brought joy now brings anxiety.
Is this the moment?
Her fan base is polarized, leading many to ask where she'll go from here.
And speaking of heroes whose futures are uncertain, let's circle back to Queen's disastrous ranking match. She lost to a no-name outsider.
This happening right after Little Lady Luck joined DOS can't be a coincidence, I'll say that much.
According to an inside source, Queen tried to use Cyan's luck to defeat Bowa. Seems she'd do anything to take her crown. Perhaps she'll have better luck next time.
Someone who'd use cheap tricks like that doesn't deserve to be X. Of course, she's your daughter. I was right. They've had...
Oh yeah, and while I was editing the last episode, I actually remembered or realized that, because I was talking about who Queen's mother might be, right? And why she might be so adamant about becoming X. And in that episode, I believe they said that the last time the title of X was held by a female was 23 years ago or something. Or who knows how long exactly, but I'd imagine that the last person who held the title was her mother.
Everything
the last
planned out from
female,
the start.
I mean.
There's only one way to cut through the thorns. You have to keep training, keep fighting, and keep winning. I wasn't born special. I had to put in 1,000 times more effort than the rest.
You're now the Commission's youngest female agent.
My dream wasn't to become some commission suit. I wanted to be the greatest hero the world had ever seen.
Okay, but why?
Active shooter! Everyone evacuate now!
You're going to be all right.
Just breathe. You're safe. Help.
And that's the thing, right? Notice she says, oh, I wanted to become the greatest hero the world has ever seen. Okay, but why? In this world, being a hero could mean a lot of things. On one hand, like the classic version, which is like, well, a hero is supposed to help people, right? Make people's lives better. Sacrifice themselves for the greater good. That type of thing, right? But in this world, it's more than just that. It's kind of like a popularity thing. You're like a celebrity, right? So a lot of people would do it to become popular, to reach more people. And her being so adamant, like she said, you know, she wasn't talented or whatever, so she had to work harder than anybody else to help people, right? Like, why else would you want to become a hero? Overall, in general, right? Like, why even? Oh, I want to become the greatest hero the world has ever seen. Why? Literally, why? The problem I'm having is I don't understand the meaning of it. Normally I would say, oh, you know, if someone wants to become a hero, it's because they want to save people, but she's not a character that would help people. Like, I think we've made that pretty obvious. She's not a hero type. She would rather start fights than help end them. So in her case, I would say she wanting to become a hero is more like she wants to be a celebrity. At least I think so.
I've conquered every challenge. I've even conquered death. I'm not going to take a loss lying down. Not to her. Not to a cheater taking advantage of Daddy's friends who thinks she can use her ties to Mickey to get ahead! I'll drag you from your pedestal kicking and screaming!
This fear or negative emotion power thing, I'm not really sure about that yet. It's too simple, it's too easy. It would make sense if someone was doing it on purpose, but it doesn't, like, I don't like the fact that it's happening, like, naturally, seemingly.
Cyan's not doing great either. The rumors are out of control. We just have to ignore them. She needs to know that we support her. I mean, that's what friends are for, right?
When that plane fell out of the sky, I was working as a journalist on the scene. And I was the one who found Cyan in the wreckage. My friend ran an orphanage, so that was where I hid her away. I thought she would be safe from gossip and suspicion. Time tells all, and we both know how my decision played out. It was a matter of bad luck, so blame me. Please don't beat yourself up. I'm going to meet with Mickey. We can fix this. It's not over.
Hold on. What do you mean by that?
There's an audio file out there, a recording of the plane crash. The Commission tried to bury it, but I got my hands on the sole copy.
On the contrary, your singing gave me power when I needed it most. I feel much better now.
I had a very important friend by my side. He taught me how to play guitar.
In that moment, I truly believed Cyan would bring hope and joy to the masses.
In many ways, Cyan's power is probably the most influential, maybe even / overpowered, depending on what that X guy's power is. Because, I mean, how do you beat the power of luck?
When I listened to her song, I heard a new voice singing from within my heart. Thank you, Cyan.
Queen's comeback. This was 38.
Look! He's Queen!
God, she's so badass. Her design is just so good. I like the fact that she doesn't look like any other hero. You know, the classic, you know, like kind of like how Nice was, right? Like even in the last episode, we saw that guy who was like the previous year's ex, right? Again, was just like a fucking, you know, basically the Superman type of suit. Right, the basic outfit with the cape. It's like that's so boring. Queen here straight up looks like I don't even know, like a holy knight or something like that.
Hold the phone. I mean, I know you are, but ranking matches are coming up and you're doing missions? Come hang with us. Last time you totally ditched Cyan when she offered you her luck, and look where that got you. Don't leave us hanging this time. We can't have your back if you don't come back.
Yeah, come on, I'll hook you up.
All right. Thank you.
Well, well, well. What you doing? Up to the same dirty tricks as last year?
Shake it, my head. SMH my head. People who battle and strive for power for no reason, shaking my head, you know, just shaking my head. If you desire power for no reason other than the fact that to have power, you don't deserve to have it. So one thing that I've kind of noticed with all these fights up until now is that while they are much better than a lot of other anime, I'm not gonna lie, and thankfully I can understand what's going on, right? The one thing that unfortunately they don't do, which I think is very important when creating a battle, a fight between two characters, is you have to take into account how the characters fight and what type of fighters they are. In this case, right, I would expect Bowa to be the mindless berserker fighter, physical brawler, right? And then I would expect Queen to be the smart fighter, the one who predicts and dodges and bobs and weaves, right? And then uses the environment to her advantage, outsmarting her opponent, right? But we don't see any of that in play in the actual fight, right? Which is unfortunate. We don't see their styles. We just kind of see them exchanging blows in terms of like martial arts, but we don't really see their personality styles come into play in combat, which is unfortunate.
Right. Your power lets you set rules within a boundary. So be it. Set the rules. And I'll find all the loopholes. You should be punished. If it weren't for your little bad luck charm, that match would have been mine!
I just started thinking, like, why is Bowa even doing this? Why is she attacking Queen? So let me get this straight, right? And, like, I may be sick, but my brain is still working, okay? Let me get this straight. So, she lost to X, the guy, right? She lost to him, not Queen. They didn't fight. Queen and Bowa didn't fight. Bowa lost to the guy, the X guy. So instead of being mad at losing to that X guy in a couple of seconds based off of whatever his power is, we don't know. Instead of being mad at him and being like, oh my god, like, he must have cheated somehow. She's mad at Cyan because she, in her mind, she sucked her luck out of her or something, and to get back at Cyan, kind of, she targets and attacks Queen because she believes the Queen had Cyan suck her luck or something. Am I getting that right here? I'm not gonna lie, her motivation for attacking Queen makes no sense. Or if it does, definitely not for me right now, because it's, holy fuck, I don't get it. Like, it would be one thing if Bowa and Queen fought, and then Queen won the fight, and then lost to X. That would be one thing, then I could understand maybe Bowa attacking her, and you know, being like, oh, you used Cyan to win the fight, or something. But that didn't happen. She lost to the X guy, who has nothing to do with Queen. What does the X guy beating you have anything to do with, like, anything? I guess her thought process is that the only reason she lost to that X guy was because Queen sent Cyan to suck her luck or something, which is just fucking ridiculous, but whatever. Thinking has never been her strong suit.
Lock on. Her trust value has plummeted. Why are her attacks getting stronger?
You don't know what true strength is. I put in the blood, sweat, and tears. I won't sit on my hands while you become X!
The title doesn't belong to you.
That throne is mine, and I'll kill you for it!
Again, this would make sense if Queen was X at this moment, but she's not. And that earlier thought process that we went through doesn't even make sense, because if Queen sent Cyan to suck her luck, wouldn't she have done the exact same against that X guy? But she also lost to that X guy in a couple of seconds. So I really don't understand Bowa's mentality here. I just don't understand. All I can say is she's stupid. Jesus. Notice how good the fight is when you actually allow the scene or the shot, the camera shot, to go for more than like half a second. Notice how good the combat in the fights actually seem to be. Solo leveling. How about you take notes? Take notes and allow your camera cut to be longer than half a second.
They get stronger! Order frees the hero and finds the villain.
Jesus. Except...
It's over! It's not over! I'll kill you! You'll crush the rest in the tournament! Then I'll finally take back my rightful crown! You've already fallen from the top 10! You can't fight in the tournament.
I was gonna say, if Queen kills her, how is that gonna, like, how is that gonna look? How, you know, that's gonna be a bad look.
The matches. They're about to start. Miss, you just woke up. Please stop. I'm sorry, but if I don't go right now, I won't make it in time. But you've been unconscious for days. It's too late. What? It can't be. I don't...
Due to an injury, Queen was absent from last week's ranking matches, leaving X to claim the title once more.
Please be
Good.
nice to yourself. You don't have to do this alone.
Based, Cyan. Based.
Get some rest.
Good.
We'll be right here by your side.
I wish they would, like... never mind. I kind of want to know how old they are. Because I don't remember, like...
I think it's awesome you wanted to...
I think, if I'm remembering correctly, it was 26 years after commission, I think, when she was 14. So it's been 12 years since then. So she's 26.
to send you on vacation, don't you?
I feel so useless. I just want to work. Rest is fine. But my rank dropped. There's no time for me to...
No work talk. I'm on vacation too. Don't give me more anxiety. Hey, just between us, besides little Johnny and me, do you have other friends or people you can count on?
No. I can only truly depend on myself. It sounds sad. But I've always known I have to be the one to believe in me.
Really? Huh. Why did you start feeling that way? Did something happen when you were young?
Not really. But I should thank you. You helped me hear it. The other voice.
What do you mean?
Turns out...
God damn it, why can't we just finish a sentence for once? One time, I want them to finish a sentence. Or a conversation. Okay, that was kind of random, but okay. Very good fight. Very, very good fight. The only unfortunate thing about it is, I'm not gonna lie, I think Bowa's motivations for attacking Queen and just in general not liking Queen are just kind of stupid. I don't know what to say, you know? I really do feel like they're just fucking stupid. I feel like they could have very easily made it a lot better. A lot more understandable. Maybe Bowa has better reasons why she doesn't like Queen. Sure, but it's clear that they haven't shown it in the show, right? So it's like they could have easily maybe added a couple of scenes here and there to like show that, you know, as the years went by, you know, Queen and Bowa never got along or something, or maybe they had other situations where they disagreed or whatever. You know, they kind of like showed the budding rivalry form to the point where maybe Bowa started seeing Queen as this like this object of hate, and started having this obsession with Queen and getting back at her, right? Then I could understand it, but like here they just didn't like. I don't know what to tell you, you know, like the last episode and this episode, they didn't do anything to show me why Bowa would hate Queen so much. Again, if Queen was X, maybe it would make sense, right? She feels like she got cheated out of being X because Cyan, right? So she wants to fight Queen again because let's say they fought to become X or whatever, and Queen won. That would have been one thing, but they didn't fight. They didn't fight. That X guy came in, wiped the floor with both of them, and she thinks that for some reason Queen is responsible. What? I don't see it. I don't get it. But overall, the fight was very good. Like I said, solo leveling, take notes. But overall, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Queen's personality overall is just very good. Like, I love her personality. Maybe it's because I just like mature women. Female characters that act mature. I'm not gonna lie, I love protagonists, female protagonists, who are mature women. Maybe that's my type, but I don't know what to tell you. It's like, she doesn't get angry. She uses her brain. She's badass. She's hot. She's kind, you know. She can show emotion. She can have close friendships. Like, she's literally the perfect female protagonist. Now, some might say, well, maybe she's too perfect. But is she, though? Right? You actually look at her character and you immediately start noticing certain things, like doesn't win all fights. She lost to X, that X guy, right? She struggled against Bowa. She got so injured that she couldn't fight for the tournament or whatever. For a while, she was fucking depressed, right? There are weaknesses to her character, but at the same time, she's just so strong. I don't know how else to describe it, but her character is just so good. By far, like, if the last episode didn't cement her as my favorite character, then this one definitely did. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed episode 12 of To Be Hero X. We shall be back with the next episode next time, and until then, ladies and gentlemen, I shall bid you adieu. Ladies and gentlemen, I already said that.